Alright guys, welcome back to Who Would Win, where I pit a few characters and talk about what would it be like if they fought. And today, I got a team battle for you. I got a whole team battle for you. In basically, Team Miraclous, or the Miraculous Wielders, or however the hell you want to call them, taking on the Rouges from DC Comics. And for those wondering, I forgot to say, yeah, the Miraculous team from Miraculous Ladybug. So there you go. So this is going to be it would be a 5-on-5 matchup. So here we go. So for the iteration I'm going to be using for the Rouges, because there is usually a big iteration, the iteration I'm going to be using for this lineup is the basic group, which is Captain Cold, Heatwave, Weather Wizard, Mirror Master, and the Trickster. That's basically like your original lineup right there. So obviously you've got on the Miraculous side, you've got Ladybug, Cat Noir, Queen Bee, Reina Rouge, and Carapace. Now, the big thing you have to look at here is that the Miraculous Wielders they have a very vastly different way of combating villains, because they know how to take out villains there. Because, yeah, you just need to take out the Akuma, and boom, it's done. The problem is that the Rouges don't have that problem. The Rouges do not have that kind of same problem. With that being is that these guys don't need Akumas to fight. They are already villains, and well-seasoned villains. Remember, these guys on a daily basis take on a guy who can move so fast he can he can run into other universes, okay? That's basically what we're looking at, is that they can take on and take down a guy who can move faster than anyone else. You also have that they have had battle experience against other heroes. Superman, the Justice League on a whole. There's a ton of DC heroes that the Rouges have taken on. The other thing that makes the Rouges such a imposing force is that they work as a cohesive team. Captain Cold is the leader, but these guys work as, a tight-knit group. They're friends. They're a bunch of bar buddies who go out and, they know how to work as a cohesive team. While the Miraculous team is very much like that, they don't have the same level of team experience. They don't, we're still seeing them grow as a team. Whereas the Rouges definitely have, in terms of, combat experience and working as a cohesive force, that goes to the Rouges. The Rouges are they've managed to take down the Flash more often than not. Now let's take a look real quick at the Rouges gear. Now, of course, Captain Cold has his Sub-Zero guns. You've got Heatwave with his flamethrower. The Weather Wizard and his Weather Wand can control all sorts of, the elements. You also have the Trickster, who has all of his gadgets that can, allow him to even walk on air or create illusions to some extent. And, of course, Mirror Master with his mirror guns that can pretty much trap you in a mirror dimension, or create barriers and what have you. And when they mix their abilities, they are way more dangerous. They are way more of an intensive opponent to take on. Now, the other thing you have to look at is that the Miraculous team, while they are strong, they have a finite amount of ability. They can only use their abilities for a finite amount of time. Remember, when they use their Miraculous and use it for their big one-hit KO, then they're on a time limit to run out of, their abilities kind of run out. So that's another big thing. If Plague uses Cat Noir uses Cataclysm, then he's going to be on a finite amount of time left. You also have to look at that, Chloe and all of that. Chloe kind of thinks highly of herself, but she is willing to work as a team. Carapace and Reina Rouge are willing to die for one another in some cases. But, yeah, they, all of their abilities, for all they are, and, they could easily, overshadow some of the gear that the Rouges carry. The one thing you have to look at is that they have their abilities and they are on a time limit. The Cold and his team, they don't need that. They don't need to, they do need to recharge. Some of their weapons do require, a good amount of, batteries or what have you. But they can run on that for a while. They can totally run on that for a long while. So that's the big thing, is that the Rouges have a longer time limit with their weaponry. But here's another crippling thing about the Rouges. I wouldn't say crippling, by the way, but the Rouges, for those who are uninitiated in Flash comics, the Rouges have a code. They have a moral code, and one of them is not killing children. Oh, sure, they fought the Teen Titans before, but they will not kill. In fact, when they found out they accidentally murdered, I think it was Bart Allen, they were like, oh, shit, what did we do? Totally wrong about that. But yeah, the Rouges have this code of honor, so they may actually have the kid gloves on when taking on the Miraclous team. So that's another big thing, is that when you're looking at this fight, you're like, oh, well, the Rouges are going to go all out because the Miraclous team isn't going to, they're going to pull punches, of course. They're going to pull punches because they're on a no-kill rule, and the Rouges are. But like I said, if they were, the Rouges have this no-kill rule that prevents them from killing a child, essentially. I think it also, like, Leonard Snart, Captain Cold, would be like, yeah, I'm not, when he realized that Chloe is the mayor's daughter, he'd be like, yeah, I'm definitely not killing the mayor of Paris's daughter, because I don't want the whole fucking country of France to come down on us. So that would be another thing, is that these guys would be not using non-lethal takedowns in their matchup with them. So that's one thing you have to look at. Of course, the Lucky Charm that Ladybug uses could easily, Deus Ex Machina their way out of their situation. But Snart's not like a mind-controlled villain run by Hawkmoth. The dude is actually pretty smart. The dude is a pretty smart guy, and all of the rest of the crew are. They're going to realize, hey, that thing's a MacGuffin. Take out the MacGuffin, and then you've crippled Ladybug's capability for a while. Not only that, she now has her abilities are now on a time limit. Same with everybody else. They're now on a time limit. Now we can take them on. So yeah, the other thing is that, the Miraclous team have kind of taken on opponents who are like the Rouges, but there are places like, oh, we hit here, we take out the Akuma. Not the same here. But if they aim for the Rouges' weaponry, maybe they could take them out. Maybe that, you render their guns useless or their tech useless, then you kind of take them out. But you can ask Barry Allen. That's easier said than done. So you guys tell me in the comments below, who do you think would come out on top in this battle? If you think the Miraclous team would win, put hashtag Miraclous wins, and list off the reasons why you think the Ladybug and her team could take on the Rouges and take them down. But if you think the Rouges would win, put hashtag Rouges win, and list off the reasons why you think the Rouges would come out on top in this matchup. I kind of figured this would be a fun one because I really love the Rouges. And I've been kind of wanting to do another fight video with the Miraclous team, so I was like, this would be a nice little 5-on-5 match. So once again, just comment below, let me know what you guys think of this matchup, and once again, hope y'all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.